Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. My name is Adam, CEO of Vibra Finance. If you've been paying attention the last couple weeks, hopefully you've been crushing it because we have had not exactly, but very close to what I thought was going to happen with Pulsechain and these PRC20s. So let's look at some of the bubbles today. We got blue chips moving, Maker, Compound down after the pump the last couple of days. Aave we saw moving. So some of the blue chips on Ethereum, no shock there. Render's got the AI narrative. And Filecoin, that's one that also I've been talking about for a while that I really like. Filecoin and cloud storage is going to be really big in the future. So it's a coin that I'm bullish on. Checking out the GOAT RH ecosystem. We got some green all across the board. Pulsechain 959, Pulse X 307, and the incentive token 587. HEX, what I do with HEX is I look at the combined price, 2.2 cents. Hart's Law, all the bonding. That's how I look at it. What's up, Mobius, my man? Hopefully you're doing well. Joe, yeah, bro, I was here watching you talk about the degen plays. You convinced me. Been selling the God candles and been buying the crashes. That's what I like to hear, bro. I'm here so you guys can hopefully stop doing the stuff that wasn't making you money, or if you're new, you start and do safe stuff. The last thing you want to do is come in and get burned right away. Leaves a sour taste in your mouth, and you don't want to come back for more. You want to come in and see green candles. And we've been talking about this for weeks now. The God candles now we've been seeing across the board. It was Pepe yesterday or 2 days. Yeah, yesterday. And last 2 days ago. Last 2 days, the first and second, just God candles. And now we've crashed back down. So hopefully that was a dose of reality for anyone not expecting that. Quant, one that we've been talking about on here for a long time. And Quant's had some green candles, highest volume we've seen. And I sold half my bag, took some profits, and I'm going to wait to rebuy the dip. It will come. It's inevitable. Aave, same thing. All these coins look identical. Right now, the one that's moving is P-Link. Everybody's riled up about because of the new pairs. We have new options for degens to come and play in. And this is one of Richard's tricks that he's been using. And not all, but a lot of the streamers are now jumping on board. Trayvon just did a good video and talked about the blue chip coins he thinks are going to reach parity on Ethereum. Moon King, Moon B Roots put his list out of Pepe, Aave, and Lido. So the only one that I missed out on there was Lido. The liquid staking derivative. I saw the Ethereum developer come out and say that he doesn't even stake ETH because he knows how the sausage is made. So I was like, what is he talking about? That kind of turned me off. So I was sleeping on Maker and Lido and Compound, but you can't win them all, right? You would have to sit in front of this computer all day, every day to catch all these different coins that are pumping left and right. No one knows which ones are going to pump next. And my strategy was go for the blue chips on Pulsechain, the blue chip DeFi plays, the blue chip AI plays, the blue chip meme coins. Whoa. And it's been working out great. I missed a couple, but I've hit on a ton. So right now, while nothing's really going on. If you're just hodling Pulsechain and PulseX, it's kind of boring right now. I'm not going to lie. Pulse and PulseX has underperformed. But these last couple days, things have changed. Richard is really trying to get out to new communities out there, reach out to untapped markets in the Chainlink community, the Uniswap community, Pepe, Aave, Quant. If he can come and hit all these communities, that's going to bring in so many people into Pulsechain. We're in a little bubble here, right? People don't understand that once you step outside the ecosystem, nobody knows what Pulsechain is. I don't know why. It is what it is, but that's opportunity for us, in my opinion. So he's going to do this and trickle one by one, start creating new pairs and creating the casino for people to come in. And if Pulsechain gets the nickname of the crypto casino, awesome. Let it happen. We need to boost up the volume. We need liquidity to flow in. We're now at $4 million in volume on PulseX, guys. That's not good. We're going the wrong way. And that's all right. Richard has now, I think, seen, all right, I got to do some stuff. He's let everything play out naturally for a month, kind of get the pulse on the market, and now make adjustments. And I like the way his tweets are toned, how he's coming off. He's bragging, he's reaching out, he's giving opportunity, all the above. So I'm gonna just stay on board, keep doing what I'm doing. And this is just validation, seeing the other streamers jump onto the trends that we spotted early and we nailed. And, right now, guys, the Bitcoin price is over $31,000. I'm starting to get a little nervous. And, we haven't had a nice dip in a while. So I started looking on the Bitcoin liquidations and at the longs and the shorts. And what do you know? There hasn't really been a big short day liquidation in the future or in the recent past. So I think in the future, we're going to have some of these longs get crushed. And, I'm just looking here and seeing that it's longs across the board, from 60% up to 85% on Bybit. Everyone's long. And when that happens, the opposite tends to happen. So we'll see. But I think a little correction to 29K real quick wouldn't hurt anything. It's the 4th of July tomorrow. VMPX is launching. Ethereum is going to be a nightmare. So look out for that. ETH might be unusable. So if you got to do anything, do it soon. Do it tonight because you never know. That he's known to crash stuff. That vampire. So, guys, this is huge right here. This ties into kind of a lot of stuff. That BlackRock refiles for its Bitcoin BTF after SEC flags flaws. So BlackRock, guys, they're the biggest player in the game. And at some point, big bank take little bank. And the big boys run stuff. And their approval rate for ETFs is like 99.8%. 574 something have been approved. One hasn't. So it's almost like a slap in the face for them when they come in and they get denied by the SEC. And I'm hearing that Gary is starting to ruffle some feathers inside the parties and that he's going to be the sacrificial lamb that takes the fall for the whole crypto debacle. Europe is thriving. So much volume's leaving the United States. And the other interesting thing about this here is that it's now a bilateral surveillance sharing agreement between NASDAQ, Coinbase, that is intended to supplement the exchange's market surveillance program. So, guys, this is all just to get, I think, Coinbase as the custodian on board. Fidelity wants to come in. Kathy Wood wants her ETF approved. So I don't know who's going to get it done first, but this is just another bullish catalyst for crypto. And now we love DeFi here, and seeing that Singapore and Thailand are moving forward with crypto regulation, cracking down on staking services. So they're kind of following suit in the United States, which I don't like that. But honestly, I don't care. This is for exchanges. If you're using DeFi, I don't see a problem with it. People are going to use DeFi at the end of the day. The Ripple Q3 report just talked about institutional DeFi and how big that is and what's coming in the future, how it's going to be rolled out. So I'm bullish as hell. I don't get fudded out by clickbait like that anymore. It's going to have to be a lot better done. What's up, Chris, my man? VMPX to the moon. Yeah, I know. You said I was talking to you. Said I qualify for the airdrop for being DB Zen, Phoenix, and I think what was it, the Zen FTs? But I had an ETF launch in Hong Kong today. Yeah, but all around the world they're launching. We're playing catch up right now. I think that's going to be another thing that Gary Gensler is going to take the hit for. Is you're forcing these companies to go elsewhere, and you're starting to see the narrative for it. And when BlackRock gets denied, I think that kind of is the tipping point to where they start pushing back. And we'll see what happens. But guys, this just feels good. I just wanted to come on and give a quick update here. This is when you see these green candles take profits. We've so many of these coins now. Lido is up 134% in 24 hours. I missed this coin. Can't hit them all, but it's going to come back down. If it doesn't, then you know what? Just scratch it off and do this. Take it off your watch list and stop looking at it. I was talking to Facing Reality earlier, and I told him, if I wasn't sitting here staring at charts, I would not have sold half of these damn coins that I had bags of a couple weeks ago. I got impatient with my WBTC and sold it and had to rebuy back. I mean, it all worked out, but my point is when you're sitting in front of this stuff, it plays tricks on you. Like as much as you made on Uniswap or Quant or Aave, not selling Pepe at the top is going to sting. Like I sold 30% of my Pepe up here and I kept 70. So I got waxed on like 18 million PulseX or something if I had just dumped it all. But you always have that fear of, God, if I miss out and it starts pumping from here and I get left behind. So that's why I came to the conclusion the strategy is you have to buy enough where you're not afraid to lose it. So for me, it was $1 million or $2 million Pulse or PulseX into each one, a couple $100 into each one of these coins, and then hold them. And when they pump up, you sell off 10, 15%, maybe 30, 40%, depending if there were God candles. We saw it with Aave. That was so crazy. The candle we saw, you gotta zoom out. It was so big. And I mean, when this stuff happens, it's maybe a 40% profit taking. I mean, this dumped right back down, but I know people are getting burned. I'm talking to people that are getting burned because they either they start chasing pumps and then they go to sleep, and these things are so volatile because the liquidity is so thin. They can pump up so fast and dump so fast. So like with Uniswap right now, it's up 40% in the last 24 hours, right? Pretty much a God candle right here. So I have 10,000 Uniswap. So what I'll probably do is sell 30% right around here. And that way, if it takes off forever, I still have 70% of my bag. And if it rolls over, I still took enough out where I can buy back, 6,000 coins or 5,000 coins from the 3 that I sold, and just keep adding and adding and stacking. And guys, if Richard's doing this now, we're still so early. When money floods in and people come to these coins and they find that they realize they have liquidity, like Chainlink, for example, the average person, say they have 40 or 50 Link on a ledger somewhere, and they come back in once Fidelity gets approved, once Grayscale gets approved, once something happens that's a bullish catalyst for crypto, and the mainstream starts coming in, they check back and say, oh my God, I have 40 Link over here. They're worth $0.25 a piece. That's $100. Let me go see what's going on. So there's going to be a point where people come to look because they're financially motivated to. And once Richard taps across all the potential communities out there, from the whole top 100 list, all the ERC20s on here, I think he could come through and hit. Crypto.com, start hitting all the exchanges after. FTX as a troll. And I think Curve, Injective was pumping today. But Sandbox, Mana, Decentraland, Gala, Matic I saw was even pumping. There's opportunities. Then people are going to start going to the top 200. You know, I bought Singularity Net. The AI narrative I don't think is over. You know, so there's opportunity out there. Illuvium, another one I love. I think that has a good chance to make moves. We saw a decent pump the other day. Oh God, why are we so zoomed in? There we go. Let's check Illuvium. Yeah, Illuvium up 20% in the last 24 hours, up to 54 cents. So like we got into these things so early. You know, we were into them for, I think Illuvium was like 12 cents, 14 cents down here. No, Illuvium was not. Sorry. It was 18 cents into Illuvium. So right now, sitting at a 3x, and we haven't even gotten started yet. So if you're in early enough and you were able to throw a couple bucks into these, man, you guys, you were sitting in such a good spot. Like Richard is just starting this migration. So the fact that you're here now and you're watching these God candles and stacking your bags, we're going to look back in a year from now and just be like, oh my God, we were so lucky we were there. We front ran a ton of new money coming into the ecosystem. It's all coming over from Ethereum. I think the WBTC thing is going to be huge. VMPX bridging Bitcoin and Ethereum, liquidity moving from Bitcoin, which was you'll never be able to do anything but hodl Bitcoin. Now you can move it over and collect 10% yield. Like this stuff is game breaking if you can see it. So also HEX too, guys. I'm bullish as hell. You know, I'm loading up on eHEX right now. I just don't think this can last. Like this is a massive bull flag in my opinion. On the 4-hourly candle here, let's check the daily. It just looks like one giant bull flag ready to just erupt. So any day now, like where's the documentary? You know, where's Richard streaming? You know, so I don't know. I just think there's too many bullish things in order for us to be hovering down at these lows. Less and less people are getting panicked and just dumping their bags. You know, I think the ultimate shakeout has happened with no staking, with the gank liquidity pool. So all the people that nuke their stakes to throw it in these pools, they're all wrecked and out of here. So we're ready for a new cycle. I think we bottomed out, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin pushes up towards 40 and north of 40K by August. And then, you know, I think we see a nice dip towards the end of the year, which will just be another opportunity to take profits, recalibrate where we are in PulseX and Pulsechain. I think Richard Hart ecosystem is going to decouple from the market. And one of his tweets earlier that was amazing was the one about, could you imagine if HEX, eHEX, and Pulsechain were the top 3 coins by market cap? And Richard was like, I can. So these tweets he puts out make me so bullish. And the fact that we're tapping into the degen ecosystem first, Pepe, which is what everyone cares about right now. We're going to bring that liquidity over. Guys, we're so early. Like, Joe, I hope you keep crushing it, bro. I hope you keep selling these green candles because we have this. It's opportunity. You know, no matter what coin you're really looking at, all these charts are the same. Illuvium, you know, AGIX, Singularity Net, Uniswap, Chainlink, Texans 1-2 that is coiling up. You know, I really think Texan people are sleeping on. You know, we're at rock bottom now. The downside risk to these coins is so little compared to what it was even 6 months ago. You know, Fetch AI, Render starting to pump like crazy, but such small liquidity that the whales can't do anything yet. So, you know, I was buying Fetch AI, guys, when I could only, you could probably find one of my last buys on here because no one's really buying it. If you scroll down the C5, let's see, I'll bet you we can find one of my transactions on here. Yeah, I guess not. Guess not. Oh, well, maybe it was with a different pair. But guys, I had these things so early, and that's the key. Is having these bags and not knowing which one's going to pump. You know, going to PulseX here, just looking at my portfolio. I don't know which one's going to pump. Whether it's going to be AGIX, Illuvium, Quant, Aave, Fetch, Uniswap, Link, Render, PP, Texan, Shib, Pepe. I don't know. So I want exposure to them all. and I'm just stacking. I did sell some links. Shout out Erwin, sold 11,000 of them down to 10K. Had to pull some off the board. I don't know. I just felt around 10 cents. We were just sitting too vulnerable up there. So I get scared. I like profit. And hey, I promise you will not regret pulling money off the table in 6-8 months from now. It's when you didn't buy stuff and you knew it was there and said, it's all right, I'll get into it, and you just didn't do it. So exposure to it is the most important thing. It'll prevent you from going on tilt. And guys, Rags was talking about it in his stream earlier today. 4x the amount of money is being built and being spent on blockchain building heading into 2024. So everything is falling right into place. All the bullish catalysts that are going to come, from the ETFs to the Ripple lawsuit to regulation news to Gary getting fired to Apple's AR, VR headsets coming out. But guys, it's coming. Keep your head up there and just trade and be smart. When you see green candles take profits, they're going to come back. Everything does. You don't see God candles and people leaving money on the table. The good way too is to look at the charts, right? 24 hours, the amount of buy and sells. So the buy and sell volume is 13K over an hour, and it's 10K up over the 6-hour period. In 24 hours, 10K up. So sometimes you'll see, like in the 1 hour, it's up astronomically compared to the 6 or the 24 hour. So when that happens, the sells are going to come in and level that out. So that's a way I judge what could potentially dump in the near future. So let's look at quant here. So yeah, quant is pretty much dead. But yeah, right here, look at this. In 24 hours, we have 2.1K in buys and 1,700 in sells. But if you look at the 6-hour, we're at plus 900. So there's like a 70% difference there. So that, to me, that makes me nervous. And along with these guide candles, that I might want to scale out. And I did. I sold a couple hundred of them because I think it's going to go down. And if I'm wrong, I still have 300 of them left that I can roll with. And hopefully it comes back down so I can reload my bag. And if not, I still have my other coins to fall back on and to play with, the whole list of them. So it doesn't phase me. It doesn't bug me, the fact that, oh God, it took off and I missed the boat. Well, you know what? I bought into it at pennies and sold it for 70, 80, 90, $1. So it was a lot of money to be made. And I got over 10 million Pulsechain and quant sitting here. That's free rolling now. So I'm not complaining. I have my strategy. I'm sticking to it. And you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. But you just have to accept what happens. And don't let previous outcomes change what you do in the future. Stick to a plan. Be a savage. What's up, Alan? When Alan was out living on mangoes, being a savage, right? When you think it's bad, man, people have it worse than you do. So just, be positive, be grateful for what you got. And if you're doing the right thing, karma will come your way. I'm seeing a lot of people messaging me like this, that they're doing well. They're just buying selling the green candles and just adding to their bags. And that's how you do it. You stack, and front run these communities that are coming in. After Moon, B Roots, and Trayvon are talking about them, that's when the degen money comes in. When I was buying some of these coins, like I said, you could only buy $10, $15 worth of Fetch and AGIX and Render, and they might never take off. And that's the reality of it. You win some, you lose some, but hopefully your wins are better than your losses, and you come out on top, like the Mango King, on top from where he was, however many years ago that was. And you got to think positive. You have to have a plan. How am I going to get out of this situation I'm in? What changes am I going to make to allow me to invest in some of these projects that will do hundreds of X's by the time the bull runs over? So, guys, be smart out there. Don't get wrecked. Don't do anything stupid. Sell green candles. Take some off the table when you see stuff like this. In 2 days, when you see this thing do a 3X, probably time to scale out. Maker That was one I missed, and I'm not, now it's retraced back down to 550. This doesn't count this first pump here. You can't count it. There was only ratio trading. I wouldn't ignore it. Start it after this pump. So we basically came down to even, and it just looks like a little pump and dump to get people to understand, okay, I have 10 maker coins. That's $10,000. All right. Now I come over on Pulsechain and it's worth $50. Well, probably not going to really look at it. But if this coin gets up to $50 a coin and they now have, $500 versus their 10 grand, they have what's that, 5%. Now you might look at it. And that's Richard's plan, guys. He's going to do this with all the different communities. It's going to slowly bring people in, and it's going to be a casino. Pulsechain will be the casino, and it's okay. It's good. All right, this is what we want. We need to get new people in. I know for a fact. I was out busting my ass out at the Sologenics conference, out at NFT New York, at the HEX 555 stop in Albany, at all the meetups in Vegas for the conference at the Excalibur, PulseCon. We've been everywhere trying to promote Pulsechain and HEX. And I'm telling you guys, outside this ecosystem, very few people know about Pulsechain and their free airdrop and their copies out there. So we need to spread the word. And Richard doing this and bringing light to these people that don't even know, right? It needs to be done. Unless we're all going to take it upon ourselves and go out and just be, the Pulsechain army of onboarding and just letting everyone know they have their airdrops, which I'm seeing more infighting and bickering about coins. And why is Richard doing this? And why are you supporting that? And I'm blocking you because you showed the shit coin. It's like people have just lost sight of like, I don't know. And it just drives me nuts. And I want to, just like, I ignore it. I stay out of all that stuff because there's a bigger fight to fight. And that's all these people that don't even know they have these copies over here. So I see the writing on the wall for the storm, the tsunami that can come as soon as one of these coins reaches parity, or even like 20, 30% of parity. SHIB I'm not really looking at because it's 10x. It's like 10x less than its price, or no, maybe not. It was a couple zero, but SHIB is very close to price on both chains. So I'm not looking at that. But these other coins like Chainlink, when you have $6.10, if we can get to a quarter or 50 cents on Link, that's when you're going to look. If you have 100 Chainlink and then someone tells you, yeah, you got a copy and they're worth $100 and it's worth $6, you have 600 on ETH, you're going to go look. So it's going to be a point, and Richard probably knows that, where you dangle carrots in front of people, they'll come chomping at the bit. So don't hate on what Richard's doing. Let him get out to these communities. Let him spread the word, and everything will be fine. He's a genius. He's a man with a plan, and we're going to follow Saucer Swap. The yields are going to keep coming down. This is a decentralized DEX. The first one on HBAR has all the same things going for it as PulseX. Completely community vote on everything that gets listed. So it's actually even more decentralized than Pulsechain because we have no control over what gets listed. On Saucer Swap, if you want to list a pair, you throw up a pair proposal in the DAO and the community votes on it immediately. So I'd argue that Saucer Swap is even more decentralized than PulseX. And people laughed at me when I said this did a 3x out the gate. Look for PulseX to do very similar numbers. I'd be shocked if it did much more than that because of us when we launched in the middle of a bear market. And you could fudge these numbers around a little bit, but I mean, we did about a 3x, guys. So that's being generous. That's my rant for tonight. We know what we're doing here. We're being smart with these blue chips, with these casino coins. And I'm even bullish on the real casino coin. And on the XRP Ledger, they have a new online poker blockchain game coming where you sit at the poker table and the in-game currency is XRP casino coin, and I want to say XRP or USDC. So we're going to be able to go play like Texas Hold'em, Omaha, and other cash games on the blockchain for cryptocurrency really soon. So imagine that in a year from now, when we can go play online poker on the blockchain with all these different cryptos. Like, that's the time. Like, there's going to be so many people that come into the ecosystem. I just see it. Same thing with the games right now, when you can play Candy Crush and win Bitcoin. Like, that's the stuff. All it takes is one of those cheesy games to go viral, one video game to go viral, one Texas Hold'em app or a blackjack app or some kind of app that incorporates crypto and betting, like karate.com that we talked about. Who knows which one it's going to be, but it will be one of them. And hopefully it's one of the ones that we own a bag of that we've been talking about on the channel. And, I do talk about other stuff outside Richard Heart ecosystem, the DeFi on Hedera, some XRPL stuff, some stuff on Stellar, Kava, Casper, some of the ISO stuff. So I'm bullish on all of crypto, guys. I'm here to see everybody win. And nothing makes me happier when I hear you guys made money selling green candles and rebuying the dips. So PulsePot needs to launch soon. Well, yeah, that's the problem with some of these projects. They, in the bear market, things get worse than people expected. They had budgets, they had teams, people quit, they stop working, funding dries up, and things get delayed. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but hopefully, they can get things rolling here and they can get. It was an awesome idea. I love it, where you can just come and throw 50 hex into the roll, and you can have some whale in there, and you could steal the pot and 50x your bag. But the odds of it are tiny, so it is like a lottery. But I'm all in. Pulse Chain Casino. I'm making a hat. The Pulse Chain is the casino. Richard Heart is GOAT. And yeah, I'm loving it. All right, guys, that's all I got for tonight. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, wow. They had a 48K game on BNB Roulette today. Bro, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Matt, it's coming. The storm is coming. It's brewing. Richard Heart has created it. The casino is here. The playgrounds are here. Liquidity's coming over. We got all the influencers talking about their favorite blue chips on Pulse Chain that are going to reach parity. So, guys, the time is here. We've been talking about it for weeks. We were crushing it. So enjoy it. Make money while you can, because these times aren't going to last forever. People are going to figure out where there's money to be made and take advantage. So be a savage, be smart, and we will see you tomorrow, probably around 11 in the morning. All right, guys. Appreciate all the support. Like, share, subscribe, quadruple thumbs up, all that good stuff.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance, we are the future of crypto.